Okay, girls, so continuing with example 2. So it says display the data as a histogram, comment on the shape of the graph, and draw a frequency polygon of the data. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Excel. So we're going to go into our tab, which example 2, and I'm going to draw the histogram. So to do that, I'm actually going to select only this one and say what happens. I'm going to say insert bar graphs, and I'm going with this one. Good. So I have there something very similar to what I had before. Now I have to do all the fixes in between. So first we're going to fix the columns because we know. So if I do double click on those those columns, but I want them all. So I know that I only had one selected before, because if you see these little blue dots, before I only had one, but I need them to select all. So every time that that happens, just go outside of the tab of the graph and then come inside again, and you see how it has selected them all. And here I need the series overlap to be 0 and the gap width to be 0. And enter. Good. And now in format, I need a solid line that is black. Perfect. So far, so good. I'm going to close this one. Good. Now we're going to fix the other things. So in this one, you say I went outside, I went inside, and you can see that nothing is coming up. You see how these two little ones are here. If you go into chart design, is where you have the view that we had before. So if we go here into select data, so my name is watching TV. That's the title of the graph that I have. The Y values are correct. And the X values, here's where I'm going to select if I want to select the classes like these ones, or if I want to select the midpoint. So let's say that I'm going to select the classes. So I go that here and I say these ones is the ones that I want. And then I press OK, and you see how it changes here. You see, if I didn't want this and I wanted the midpoint, then I could have had that. So I can go and say select data, and I change here this one, and I say actually I want the midpoint, and I press enter and I say OK, and it changes automatically. Okay, good. So let's leave it with the midpoint there, which the midpoint is not the same as the frequency. If you look here, I'm in this one, in this style, but I can select this one, and when I select that one, my width is not working anymore. But you can see here that in blue I have my frequencies, the same frequencies that I have here in red. So now it's showing that in my midpoint of 2, so in this midpoint of 2, the frequency is 1. Okay, for me, I always prefer to have the classes because the midpoints are just that. The midpoint is like an average, and I get confused. So for me, it's better to read it as saying from 0 to 4 hours of per week. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to go here and I'm going to say chart design, select data, and in the horizontal I want these ones, and I'm going to select it from the title and see if this works. Perfect. Oh no, it didn't work because it created the hours per week. So select data. I have to take it from the end down. Perfect. Okay. There we go. You can modify this one, and you can see here, put hours per week watching TV or something like that. And then you can have it a more clear title for your histogram. You can change the width again if you want to, because an histogram by definition it shouldn't have any width, but sometimes that width makes it a little bit more clear to see it like this. Okay, so this is an histogram. Now if I want to create what is saying here, the frequency polygon of the data, so the frequency polygon, what it's going to do is we're going to change that type of graph that we have here. So I'm out, in the tab again, I'm going to go into chart design, and I'm going to go to change chart type, and I'm going to go here, and want to go to scatter, and you're going to select this one with the straight, not the one with the round edges, but the one with the straight edges. And when you do that, look what it does. So it creates a line that is telling you the frequency. So it's connecting the frequency. So it's another way of seeing very graphically which one is which. Now you can see that the numbers here are in white, which is not very helpful because now I cannot see against the background. So you can select another one. You can go here, and there you go. Now it's much more clear. And if you want to make them bigger, you can select them, and you see how I have to select them all, and I can go into home and say want it bigger, 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 bigger. There you go. And those are your frequencies, as you can see, the 1, 8, 7, 10, 8, 6. So you can see how in Excel I created a frequency, how's it called? Frequency polygon very quickly, just changing from one side to the other one. And then I want to change again to the histogram because I need the histogram design. So I go here, I change type, and I need a column now. Boom. And it worked right away. And I can change it from one to another. Okay, girls, let me see what else do we have in PowerPoint here. We have one more example to do that I will do in the next video. I hope you find this useful.